Thank you. Got them. Hey, I'm just living my life. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, that is so cute.
Today, we're going to be reviewing Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yup.
On PlayStation 5.
Yes.
With one of the people that we played Monster Hunter Wilds with, Resident Hammer main turned Charge Blade main?
Charge Blade.
Why so unserious?
Yeah. Pizza
Welcome to
cutter.
The show.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So,
content to be here.
So, I don't know about why so unserious, but me and Fox are not, we're not like what you would call like huge, like back in the day Monster Hunter fans. I think the first one we both played was World, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't even remember the name of the version of the game.
It was on PS4 though, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Okay. Then there was a Switch one.
Yeah, but we didn't like the Switch one.
There was dogs though.
There was
dogs nice.
Cool.
There was, yes.
There was puppies.
Okay, so I'm just saying that we're not gonna come at you with the we have 8,000 years of experience that we played every Monster Hunter game since 2000. We're not those type of players. We're new to the series pretty much. The type of people that Capcom was trying to attract when it made World in the first place in 2018. And then when Wilds came out this year, obviously it did very well in the beginning. Sold 8 million copies in 3 days, making it Capcom's best-selling game ever. And it was great. Everybody loved it in the beginning, right? PC players, I think, had issue with some of the performance on PC, but all of us played on PS5, where there were no real big performance issues, right?
Right.
So let's get a little breakdown of what Monster Hunter is to people who don't know.
All right. How in depth do you want me to be? Well, because I'm like you guys. I started with World. The only real difference is that I liked Rise and I played through Rise.
Yeah.
Where y'all didn't.
So really, just what we're looking for is like, because I would think that most people, if you were interested in playing Monster Hunter, then you probably have already. If you haven't played it yet, but you're still looking at it like maybe I want to play it when it comes up on a streaming service or on a big sale or something, what is the like elevator pitch of what Monster Hunter World Wilds is like?
Yeah, so basically the basic premise of Monster Hunter in its purest form is you are someone who is just off to fight and hunt big monsters who gradually increase in difficulty the further you go. Like the first one you fight, you can practically fight with your eyes closed. After that,
right?
If you like make one wrong step, you'll probably get carded.
Carded meaning?
Carded meaning you get knocked out. You die.
Okay.
Health reaches 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are little palicos that come pick you up in a little cart and take you to safety to revive you.
Mm-hmm.
So the basic premise is you fight big monster, you use the parts that you get from that big monster to make better gear, which then you use to fight bigger monsters.
Exactly. That is the entire loop of what Monster Hunter is.
Okay. So back in the day, that was enough for people.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these games came out on like PSP and PS2, stuff like that. Stuff was really, really basic. Now, people expect good stories with the games that they buy, premium AAA games that cost $70.
Yep.
So, Monster Hunter comes with a pretty extensive CGI heavy, cutscene heavy story.
Yeah.
Fox, what do you think of the story and the characters?
I did not pay all of my attention to the story and the characters, but
Wow.
what I did,
So surprising.
That's the most
But
honest
what I-
thing.
but what I did, like, I liked it. It helped me keep engaged into the game and everything.
Why didn't you pay attention to the story?
I was tired, man. This game is tiring. This game is very exhausting to learn.
See, I think that's real for a lot of people who are. Fox is not going to lie to you. She's going to give you the truth as far
No.
as, you know, she skips 99% of dialogue in games because she ain't got time for that.
So, well, it's not that I don't have time for that. I don't have spoons for that.
So
Doesn't
she'll,
make
You're
sense.
gonna have to
She
explain
will-
that.
yeah, go ahead.
I don't have the energy for that. Like the mental energy, the mental agility for that sometimes. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Like I do a lot of things outside of video games. I have a very busy and diverse schedule. And so like I can't give it 100% of my brain to pay attention to cutscenes or to a game story sometimes. I do love the stories. I really do. But it's not like sometimes I just want to play it. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen and folks, skip buttons exist so that they can be used. Thank you.
And that's real because she's definitely not the only person to skip everything in the game and then wind up asking what the hell is going on. Because that's one of the biggest criticisms of Monster Hunter Wilds from most people is they skip the whole game as soon as they see the little boy Nada, because the whole story is basically about him. He wakes up in the
Yeah.
desert. You bring him around to see people, and they help you on your quests. Most Monster Hunter games have a quest that's about like saving the local ecology,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, to be
And
fair,
Nada's-
like I paid enough attention that I was like crafting theories about what was coming next based on what I had seen before. But also what this version of Monster Hunter really does well is that it doesn't flood you with cutscenes. There's a lot of dialogue and conversation and context to the story that happens during like traveling moments from one area to another. So that gives you extra pieces of context without having to stick to a cutscene and not do anything.
But there are plenty of those too, though, because that's what people were complaining about.
That they were
like,
unskippable?
aren't they unskippable the first time that you watch them? Like when you first encounter a monster and
Yeah, but that makes sense. What I'm talking about is not those. It's like when you go from one spot to another during a quest and then you have a character go along with you and sort of giving you more context
yeah,
and explaining things to you.
I like that.
But you're moving and like you
Yeah.
can stop and you can attack stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
That I guess that was one of the things that people say they didn't like, but to me, if people are going to say, well, I don't like you taking control away from me controlling my character to have a cutscene, the other way to do it is to have excuse me, to have you have your conversation with the NPCs and learn about them as you're doing something else, which in this case was like you said, like traveling to the next area or whatnot, and you're
Yeah,
still
that was
grabbing
perfect.
resources, picking up little animals and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yes. So,
And if you find a big monster on the way and you're like, ooh, I really need some materials from this one, you can just stop and attack it.
yes,
Like, you have that freedom, and I think that's really cool.
yes. So I would say I thought the story was pretty good. I thought it was presented very well. It has that Japanese style that not everybody's gonna like, but it was done well. Most people are gonna skip it. That's
Like,
not
well,
that's
my
not
thing
like
is,
a
if you're gonna skip everything, then in my opinion, if you're gonna skip it, then I don't think you have a right to complain about how you felt about the story because you skipped it.
that is true. That is true. I'm
Like
just
you can't talk about like, oh my god, the story was this, the story was well, did you like sit down, and pay attention to it? Like, no, I just skipped through it all. Okay,
Yeah,
well then,
then you can't comment on
all
that.
right,
like
then keep quiet
like
about
I
it.
skipped all that shit. What the hell is going on? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Yeah, since I didn't pay attention to 100% of it, I'm not going to be examining plot points and stuff. That's not,
Yeah, but
it's called
that's not
being
really what
coherent.
we're doing here. We just want to
Yeah.
give an overall what do we, and for other people like us who are thinking, should they invest their time in this game? Should they? And I think the biggest question for most people who played Monster Hunter Wilds is, are you okay with playing the game and it be really good, but also not enough content in it for you to live in it forever? You know what I'm saying?
I would definitely say that Monster Hunter is a game that is going to be continuously updated until the big DLC drop. Then that's going to be like, it's like an MMO expansion where it's like, hey, here's a bunch of new stuff. Here's like the next level of difficulty and all of that stuff. Because especially right now, like I saw a TikTok of a guy who plays Monster Hunter like a lot, and with the latest update, they got new charms that you can grind for. Basically, like the artisan weapons, you have to grind for those. But the amount of, what are we gonna call them? Like the amount of skills and points towards them are pretty insane. And in that video he was fighting whatever latest monster came out, and it just straight up one shot him. So if the problem is
Okay.
that it's too easy, then trust me, it's not going to be easy for very long.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got to give Capcom credit. They don't. Their goal is not to make an MMO the style of like Warcraft or ESO, where you can live there in the game playing nothing but that game forever. Although some people seem to want to do that, that's not the type of game this is. This is more like you get in there, you play the stuff that you want to play, you leave the game for a while, uninstall it from your system, play other stuff. When new stuff comes out that looks interesting to you, reinstall it and play it, because most of it is free. They come out with regular updates, new monsters, new events, and things that are pretty well done that are free. And I don't know why you would get mad at Capcom for that, because they don't do it every week. That's impossible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like right now, all the updates are completely free. Like you may like in pure Capcom style, they'll probably say, hey, here's an extra costume for Alma, here's one for Gemma, here's one for I don't even remember what that dude's name is, but yeah, those are like $6, but like the content itself, completely free. It's yours.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of time doing a lot of details that will only appeal to players like us, like Big Mama Bird in her little nest in the hub.
I still
They'll
remember.
make-
I still remember Fox's reaction when we showed her Big Mama. She just turned to go. It was so good.
Big Mama is so fluffy.
She is. But on the other hand, then you got like, you can tell that they put a whole lot of work into like the Bubble Fox. What is that monster's name? Mitsuzune.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
felt so
Mitsuzune.
Yeah, so they put a lot of work into that. We fought that monster 4 times or something, and
Yeah,
that's about it.
that was
We're done.
rough. Yeah,
You
but
know what
it
I
was
mean?
rough the first time because we didn't really understand the system. But like
Yeah,
all the gear that you can get from it is just gorgeous.
Yeah, you have to be okay with that. With like, you know, they put out something that has great gear. You grind it
Yeah.
for a minute, and you have to be okay with, you know, not having enough in there to be like, you know, I'm just going to only play and grind this one game forever.
Yeah,
It's
that
not-
is not that is absolutely not the kind of game that it is.
Monster
But it's-
Hunter is not meant to be like, this is the one game I'm going to be spending all of my time in, because it's eventually you're going to run out of things to do.
But it's a game where if you want to play it solo, there are systems that allow you to play it solo, at least for most of it. If you want to play with friends, you can play with friends. If you want to hunt or to like go on walks and admire the art and everything, you can also do that. You know, if you want to hunt really, really rough beasts, you can do that as well. If you want to just have fun with the little things, you can also just do that. It's a game that gives you a lot of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to play in a very specific way in order to progress or do the fun stuff or participate in events, and that's really cool.
Yep.
It is set to a very reasonable difficulty level, and you get to choose the difficulty that you want to be engaging in. So that's great. So there's 3 of us, 3 in the third points. What do you give it?
Really?
Yeah,
Do 3 in a
Three in the
third?
third
3 in the
point.
third.
Who does 3 in a third? Who
We
does
do,
that?
because we got 3 people.
Who is we?
Um,
That's just coming from you. All right.
How
you know,
about
man-
why,
this man
why don't you do an
always-
average?
all right, you know,
man
2.80,
always
2.85. There you go. Add
Okay,
that up.
thank you.
3.
3. Okay.
How about you?
Yeah, I think I'll give it a 2.15. That way I can, we'll give it an
What?
8 out of 10.
2.87.
He said no. You said 2.85. So I will round yours out. So all in all,
8 out of 10.
it's an 8 out of 10, which is pretty close to what I'd imagine any one of us would give it
Yeah.
on our own.
Honestly,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I
stop
can't.
crying
No one's crying.
Who's
and let me work
crying?
my magic. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you
All right.
for coming to the Ramen Spot to listen to us argue for another 10 minutes. And we'll be back with more reviews. We do recommend that if it looks good to you and you want to kill some monsters and wear their skin and they look dope, and you want to goon over Gemma, follow me.
That is an awful description. It's very
That
accurate,
is a
but it's so awful.
Awful and accurate.
It is very accurate,
But
but it's
yeah.
awful.
This is a great Monster Hunter Wilds is a great game if you are new to Monster Hunter. This is the best game to start with.
Oh, absolutely amazing for newbies and people who have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah. And
AKA
if your
me.
PC can't handle it, buy a PlayStation.